Monday, everybody. I just dropped Daniela off at school, so now I am heading to work myself. Have about an hour drive and enjoying my coffee. Usually for coffee I just use the almond creamer flavored caramel, because anything caramel I'm obsessed with, ironically enough, and stevia in there. So I'm just gonna drink that on my way to work and then I'll be ready to go. What's up, guys? So I am heading home. In fact, I'm almost home, but I just wanted to chat about something real quick. And it was, sorry, I'm just trying to find a space to put you down here. Anyhow, I just wanted to chat about something that happened or has been happening in my career lately that I think it's important as a woman and as a female to talk about, because oftentimes when we are working in a group that is female dominant, we oftentimes perceive things differently because, let's face it, as females, we are a little more on the emotional side and we do take things personally. So the beauty about life is that everybody's different, right? So I am not like you and you are not like me, and the way that we interpret things are completely different. It may be tough to recognize that in the beginning. It may be tough to understand where someone else is coming from and why they are feeling that way. But I think the important part is that as a female, as a human being, it is okay to say to someone, you make me feel a certain way because, and then explain yourself. Sometimes it doesn't need an explanation. Sometimes you can just say to somebody, I don't like the way that you're speaking to me and I won't accept it. And it is up to them to interpret how they feel about that. You don't ever have to explain yourself in most situations. Because I think if there's a mutual respect between human beings, when someone approaches me and says, you've offended me today, I as a human being, generally caring about the human being, want to know why I offended you and how I can fix that. If you truly care about the other person. Now, there are some people that literally have no filter and don't care about other people, and that's entirely fine. They're a different animal, and I think the important thing is that sometimes people need to be given almost permission that they're allowed to come to you to say those things. And so part of self-recognition and part of identifying with other human beings is saying to someone, hey, just so you're aware, or if there's a certain situation that happens, saying to that person, next time will you please say something to me, because I generally care about your feelings and I generally care about where you're coming from, and if there's a problem I want to fix it. So you may have noticed that my last video had the title of the video was Be Valiant, and if you're a follower of my blog, that is my word for 2017, is being valiant. And valiant to me means that you're being courageous, you're being in pursuit of your life, and you are getting to where you need to be by stepping outside of the boundaries and thinking outside of the box. And part of that for me is being valiant in my life, being courageous enough to say to someone, you're not treating me fairly, this is how I am interpreting it, I am offended and this is why. You don't ask them for an explanation. All being valiant to me means, and being courageous, is standing up for myself and making my cause known that I am not okay with the current situation that I am in. And the other part of that is owning it enough to where you're going to fix it. Whether that being saying to the other person, I'm not okay with that, or saying to the other person, I'm just letting you know. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, why that word resonates with me. You may notice in some of my videos that I have the tattoo more on my forearm, on the inner side of my forearm. And my friend Addie has Wander in the same place on the same arm. And she's my best friend. Spare the emotions from you. But we created Wander More as a movement to be more than the title that the world gives you. And part of that for me, and what resonates with me on that, is being valiant in my pursuit to be the person that I know I am capable of being, and being the person that I want to be. And so I just wanted to kind of explain kind of this Valiant series that's leading me up to the April meet, because this April meet is probably going to be, you know, one of my biggest meets in my recent love for lifting. So, you know, last meet I was valiant in my pursuit of deadlifting, you know, more than I've ever deadlifted in my life. This one will be squatting more than I've ever squatted in my life, and benching more than I've ever dreamed of benching in my life. And my coach has made that all possible. I won't get emotional. He has made it possible. He has made it possible for me to be valiant in my life. He has made it possible for me to stand up for myself. And he has made it possible for me to be in this pursuit of finding my happiness. Now I know he won't take credit for that, because that's who he is. Surround yourself with people who want you to be great. Surround yourself with people who want you to be valiant in your life. Surround yourself with people who want you to be courageous, because they too want to be courageous. I don't know where I'm going with the rest of this. I just felt like there is a need for women to often validate themselves somehow, often give reasoning why they do certain things. And let me tell you something. Owe anybody nothing, and believe in that. Believe that you are worth more than the excuses or the label that the world gives you. Hey guys, so it is 6:30 on Tuesday, April 4th, and we are heading to the gym. I have to squat and deadlift. I may be benching, but I will see you guys there.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. 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 Are you listening? Damn.